Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is Rome, and this is Phantom Brigade 2.0. Now, we played a fair amount of the Phantom Brigade over the years as it's worked its way through its early access and its initial launch. So this is 2.0. We finally have some of the things that were promised to us early, like full kind of their full vision for pilots, to having skills and traits and that sort of stuff. So this came out yesterday as of the time I'm recording it, I believe February 19th. And we are going to jump into it. And we'll see how it goes. We'll start a new campaign. We'll play on normal. We can take a look at kind of some of the options here. Deadly unit destruction. Pilots would kill instantly in core detonation. We'll leave it where it is for now. So the main conceit of this game is it's a giant robot game. You have essentially a super advanced targeting computer that is able to kind of follow by analyzing what's going on around it. It's able to predict with a very high degree of accuracy what's happening in the near future, to the point where the next 5 seconds are considered pretty much dead on. And so you are planning your turns 5 seconds at a time based on what the AI targeting computer says is going to happen around you. So we've got the tutorial here that's going to walk us through some of this and give us the basics of the storyline. I'm going to play it, but we'll cut it out and come back into the game a little bit. Essentially what happens is we're going to be out on a training mission, and our country is going to be invaded. We're testing this new AI right now, right? So we're the only ones with it, our targeting computer. Our country is going to get wiped out, get overrun, and then we will be bleeding. We will be part of the resistance afterwards, right? That's the idea. So give me a minute to work my way through this, and we'll be right back. All right, as it says, this is 3 years later. We have escaped. We've been biding our time, and we're ready to start our renewed resistance to the occupation. You stretch out, you peer out over the vast stretch of land before you. Despite years of occupation, it still feels like home. The pilot points to a spot on the map directly ahead of you. Langset, one of Freeland's remote outposts, now under Cascade's command. And if your intel can be trusted, home to a mobile base, currently undergoing repair. It's time to make your move. All right, well, we did all this before in the tutorial, but why not? Details of your operation. Suggest a nearby repair yard. We can get a crawler there. All right, let's continue. Hover over the destination and press right click to move around the map. If you're lost, press tab. So, right click doesn't move us around the map, but middle mouse does. Tab puts us in the center. All right, that's where we want to go. All right, Langset. Once a remote mine way up in the Headmark Highlands, Cascade forces repurposed as a repair yard for some of their larger armored vehicles. Those were the early days of the occupation. Now, aside from a small patrol, it seems nearly abandoned. Your mech frames haven't had a tune-up since before the invasion, but they should have no problems here. No trouble here, excuse me. Especially when they're equipped with prediction systems. One of your pilots spots the old Cascade mobile base settled into repair bay, ripe for the taking. It's time to move in. All right, here we go. Get a nice little video layout of what's going on. There's our crawler. Right there. Is that a turret up on the roof, maybe? All right, this is what we've been training for. If we can capture that mobile base, we'll be able to repair and refit these rusty mechs. Control, we're seeing 2 mechs approaching from the west. I'm getting a negative response on my IFF, treating these signatures as hostile. All right, thanks to your prediction system, Patrol should pose a little threat. Yep. Check this corner to see mission status and objectives. Right now, your main objective is to eliminate all forces on the field, all enemies on the field. You can see we've got 2 people there we got to kill. They've called for reinforcements, so we should get rid of the first 2 before the rest show up. So here we go. We see their actions. So I'm going to click on you to start with, and we can see you've got a shotgun and a shield, and we're going to start by just walking up. And we want to get to a point where we are within that circle. That is within our best combat area. They're not going to shoot at us again, but attacks do generate heat. So we've got there. I'm going to wait, and I'm actually going to try to get another shot off right there, and we'll see if that works. Okay, now you. I'm going to walk you a lot. Let's see if we go here. Then we go here. Then, oh, never mind. I thought he was going to be farther in. We'll go here. We'll go right back to here. We'll move up. All right, let's execute, see what happens. So the first shot made him crash, you notice? And then he went, the second one destroyed him. This one only took the second. Was this one not quite done yet? Oh, it says he's destroyed. Let's click on him. Oh, he's done. Pilot deceased. Yeah. It just hasn't finished blowing up yet. So we can replay it if we want, and then we could like stop to see various bits of it. We're gonna go back to plan. We don't know where they're gonna come from. I'm just gonna move you. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just going to wait. This is just our time, right? I'm just gonna wait us to there. And then I'll move us to, I'll move me to here. And then you, he's destroyed. I'm just gonna move you right over here. And we'll chill out here and see what happens. So this down here is our armor. Deploying those old mechs. Is this supposed to be Fryland's resistance? Let's put them in the ground and report it to command. Okay, this right here is our armor, right? So we're doing pretty good. We can click on him and see what his is as well. And you can see he's got an assault rifle. He's gonna come up, and at this point, he's gonna start to shoot at us. So you have a shield. So I'm gonna move you this way. I'm gonna put up my shield right there. Then I'm gonna shotgun him. You, I'm gonna move you to here. Then I'm gonna move back to here. And I'm gonna shoot him, well, we'll start right here. And we're gonna get through the heat, see right there? And then we'll shoot him again. We don't want crossfire, because if he dies, we don't want to shoot each other. Shield up. We absorb the shots on our shield. And now look, he's crashing. We can see if we mouse over him, unit crashing, he's got no legs. Lower body's gone. And we can come up here and take a look at the full log. This is new, I like this. Lost lower body. All right, and so he is going to crash for a little while. He's gonna get control right here and then start limping. So we're gonna come here and we're gonna wait for our heat to get up and we're just gonna shotgun him again. You're going to do much the same thing. Wait for your heat to get up. And I think this is probably going to be enough. Yep. The one shotgun blast was enough. There we go. Looks like we got all of them before they managed to get word out. Let's salvage what equipment we can and get this crawler up and running. My dog is barking in the background. I apologize if you hear him. Somebody's outside using the free library, I think. After each fight, you can review your key metrics and the state of your squad and available rewards. I'm going to glance out the window just to make sure that is in fact what's going on. Yes, that is what was going on. There's no point in having a guard dog that barks if you're not going to pay attention to him. All right. Debriefing starts with a quick summary of the outcome and key stats. Battle length is one of the most important metrics. A quick, decisive fight is usually better for your squad than a protracted engagement. So ours lasted 20 seconds in real time. We planned 19 actions. We traveled the whole 357 meters. We took a grand total of 360 and inflicted almost 1,200. Destroyed 3 units. We didn't lose anything. Good enough. The next page switches the state of your pilots and covers the state. Taking care of your squad is key to a successful campaign, so it's important to take note that pilot injuries, fatigue, experience gains, and other events occur in combat. The mech assigned to a given pilot will be displayed in the background. You can hover over this panel to get additional information about its state. There we go, right there. Proceed to the next page once you are ready. So let me take a look at this. So frame fractures, 0 of 2. So our frame integrity is 86%. We're doing pretty good. Looks all right to me. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. Most fights will yield rewards. These can include valuable resources or even items that you can equip on your mechs. You can click on the items in this list to check their stats and appearance. So rewards. So we get a level 2 Shred shotgun and a level 2 Astra assault rifle. So this is just what level it is, and level is important. So pay attention to it. You can see this one doesn't have anything special. Neither does this, but it does. Damage too much concussive force will knock them out. Useful to ensure that enemy units are intact for salvage. So we're going to do unit damage. That's damage to the actual whatever it is we're shooting, right? The mech, the vehicle. The pilot's going to take concussive damage. And then structure. So if we're attacking a building, a bridge, whatever it may be, that's going to be that damage. So this just does structure and unit damage. So the shotgun's good if you're trying to take out the pilot. All right, the final step is salvage. Every enemy you defeat on the battlefield might provide new parts for your mechs. This step you can decide what to take and what to leave behind. Each enemy with compatible equipment will be displayed on this list. Units like tanks may not have any, while enemy mechs might have up to 6 usable items. Some fights can involve dozens of enemies, so remember to check additional pages. All right, use these buttons to decide if we want to recover, scrap, or abandon, and you are limited to a salvage budget. So recovering items instead of scrapping them for resources, recovering higher quality items, recovering items that were destroyed in combat. All right. So we didn't have anything that was destroyed in combat. We happen to have a longbow and a protector. Those are our 2 mechs at the moment. If you're unsure what to pick, it can be a good idea to check your squad. You can click here to compare parts of your mechs. All right, when you're ready, press the button down here. Yep. Okay, so if we take a look at our protector here, we can see that he has maybe everything here is level 1. So he's got a level 1 firewall shield. So maybe if we can come up with a better shield, we would want that. Right now, we've got a budget of 15, and it says we're taking this. I'm going to go ahead and take this, and then we will salvage these. It doesn't really matter. We don't necessarily need any of this at the moment, but it is level 2, and everything we have is level 1, so it's not terrible. You know what I might do? No, we'll just go with wood. That's fine. Mobile base is creaky from disuse, but still otherwise intact. It's inside the giant crawler. There's ample space to accommodate pilots and crew, complete with the mech bay. It won't be cozy, but it'll serve as a home for you and your crew. The rugged all-terrain vehicle, you'll be able to take the fight out into the road, striking the enemy where they won't expect it. Refitting your mechs in the field and sheltering your crew is crucial to your campaign. Click this button to begin exploring your mobile base. All right, this is the mobile base's unit screen. Here you can inspect every mech in your roster. Use this button to edit the selected unit. Inspect and swap out points. You picked up new weapons in the last fight. Click the primary weapon slot to review your options. So, this is the currently equipped weapon. Mech equipment is complex and characterized by many different stats, so it's normal to take your time here. You can hover over different stats to see their detailed explanations. Once you select their potential replacement, comparisons will be displayed for you to make an informed decision. These are the parts of your inventory. Compatible with the current spot. As you acquire more, you can take advantage of the filter and sort above. Okay, so we've got our gun right here. This is what we've got. It is a level 1 AR2 burst assault rifle. So we can go with a AR2 burst. These all are that shred. So we've got one of these we got from the reward, and one of them we salvaged. So we can see this one actually does a tiny bit of pilot damage. The one we have, I'm sorry, this is the 2. we've got an AR2 burst. Okay, so this is the difference between AR2 burst 1 and AR2 burst 2. We have the 1. We could just do a straight upgrade. We can see we're going to go up from 192 unit. What is that? That's on per attack. 192 to 240. Pilot damage stays the same. Structure damage stays the same. So no real difference there. You can see though that we get a per hit, we get per attack, and we get per shot, per second DPS. So 86 to 108. So we could come up here to this AR1 Astra. We're going to do a little bit less damage per attack, or more damage per attack, and more damage per second, but less per hit. So we've got that. I'm going to go with that. Let's give it a go. And we can see range here. The burst has a range of 2 to 53. This gives us a range of 2 to 68. So I like that. I'm going to go with that. That is my longbow. You can customize the paint. Yeah. Once you've done that, you can continue on. So if we want it to be a different color, we can come here and we can paint everything a different color. So if we wanted it to be all green, for instance, we can do full body here. We can just do all at once. But then we could come back in and be like, you know what? The lower arm, the right one, that's what holds the gun. That one's dangerous. Yeah. And then primary weapon, yeah, we're gonna stay dangerous. I don't know, that looks terrible. We're gonna go back to all green. Oh, but now that I've changed it, I have to change everything. There we go. And where's that right arm? I can just get rid of that. There we go. So you can play with that as much as you want. There are a lot of colors and options. So you can see the one we did is like green, black, black. So what we could do is we could come here and we could say, I do like the green, but I want some other colors mixed in. Let me go, well, this would be green, gray, gray. Here, let's just get rid of all these. There we go. So now we're all that, right? Or we all want to be purple, or I don't know. That's very green. We could go Christmassy. I'm gonna go this. I like that. So we'll go back up. Now I want to change to my protector now. And I want to edit it. So E has this shotgun that we were gonna, oh, I don't want to do paint. I want to just go here. So we will upgrade his shotgun. He's got this SGR2 shred. We happen to have a level 2. So we're gonna get, range is gonna be identical. We're just gonna do more damage essentially. So we're gonna throw that one in there. And you know what? I don't hate that color. Let's do, no, I want the whole thing. I'm gonna go blue. We'll go blue. Blue and black, there we go. So we could change some other stuff up. We can see we happen to have a level 2 torso that we got here. So let's go ahead and upgrade that. And did I get legs? Or I got an arm, right? There we go. So we upgraded some of those to level 2. And that just makes it a little bit bigger. So we can see left arm here, integrity 270, up to 338. So not too bad. So we did a little bit of upgrade. I'm going to go ahead and there's the codex here. We can take a look at stuff if we want. We are done with editing, so I am going to go, let's see, that's base. We can take a look at our pilots. So Sierra is an engineer. They now have classes, essentially. Does it tell us much? Demolitions expert. Okay, we can change all this as we like. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to. It doesn't tell us much about what her class is, though, right? So he's an engineer. He gets 20 health and 4 fatigue. She gets 35 health and 4 fatigue. You see they each have 1. When they max out their fatigue, they need to rest. So let's go province, which should take us back to the map. Hums to life. You immediately see notice a blip. It is a stress call sent from civilian radio on 3F frequencies. That's our Fryland, Freedom, whatever. Federation. I don't remember what it is. Anyway, that's what we're calling ourselves. Cascade forces have begun to move into the local village, no doubt in response to your attack. No time to waste. All right. So. Okay. There we go. So we've got something up here. So we'll start by moving to that, and then we can move there. And I believe there's a way to change speeds. I'm not sure I remember what it is. That's pause. Options. Keyboard and mouse. Let's see if there's a... I don't see something there. Oh, that's fine. Worry about it later. So ultimately, we're going to go to that village. But first, we're going to check out to see what this is. Once we get in the circle, I believe we'll be able to see what it is. Its own circle there. Maybe not. No. No enemy detected. Approach the location. Okay. There we go. Massive concrete tunnel disappearing into the hillside. Likely another entrance to the mining complex. The driver, visibly relieved, jumps out of the seat and rushes downstairs to check the suspension. The old metal beast has been surprisingly cooperative, but after years of storage, there's no shortage of things for your engineers to check. Should we check out the mine? Considering the proximity of Langsett, there might still be some equipment. Yeah, sure. So we can keep moving. Ask the crew to return with the first thing they find, or we can send the crew to dig deeper. Some old equipment has been stashed in the entrance to the tunnel. Squad reports they found a small storage area off to the side. Look out the window, see your crew dragging off a large crate. So we get a reward container. In this case, it came with a couple of medium legs. Nice. So we could go back here to our units. Longbow, both medium, right? So we could go edit. Let's take a look at these legs. We've got Ebris legs. So these would get us, what? More integrity, a little bit more heat dissipation, and our mass will go down. So, I think that's just a win all the way around, right? There we go. Oops. Back to the province. And back to here. Crawler stops outskirt of the village. The briefing table in front of you lights up with enemy signatures and topographic scans. We can't go in there guns blazing as usual, a pilot says to another. This isn't our base or battlefield. These are people's homes. No. Mobile base can scan the site in advance, revealing valuable intel, customizing your squad depending on the mission and local terrain. All right, you can view mission details, environmental warnings, enemy numbers, and other intel before you proceed with your squad. All right, holo table lets you preview terrain, unit positions, and key locations. Second part of the briefing will let you see how many units can be deployed inside, which mechs and pilots can send out. Check the tooltips of units and pilots on the left to review their state. You might have a unit with a weapon that doesn't match its pilot specialization, an injured pilot, or other issue. All right. So, looks like longbow is supposed to have an assault rifle, and we have one, but maybe shotgun doesn't. It looks like it's a light. I don't know. We want to go back, though, to here, because it did let us look at this very quickly. Enemy forces. 1 on-site contact, 1 dropship contact. So danger level 1. We're going to get a container and some camp supplies. Looks like they're going to be alive over there. So it looks like the main, well, looks like there's a hill here. I'm assuming it goes up, but I could be wrong, and they're going to be down there across the bottom. Okay. All right. Yep, looks like the hills do, in fact, go up. All right. There's a tank there. This is the best place for a fight, Commander. Lead the enemy away from the buildings. Freiland Freedom Force will be here soon. They're bringing in direct weapons to make this easier. Not every fight takes place out in the field or military. From time to time, you need to deal with enemies in civilian areas. Avoid using civilian buildings as cover. Leaving the city in ruins can complicate your campaign, reducing rewards, worsening your relationship, or failing the mission. Okay, so we've got 2 people coming. Okay, line of sight. Some enemies might hold fire until they get line of sight. However, it's best not to count on their trigger discipline. Enemies fire even if they catch a glimpse of your unit, even if there's a civilian hiding behind it. So we've got 1, 2, 3 here, and we want to pull them out of town. So I don't know. I guess we want to go this way because that's the only thing that's in our square here. I guess that's it. Or maybe we go backwards and pull them out this way. Let's start with you. There. All right. You're going to do much the same. So maybe I'll run you this way. Thinking we can get around back that way. Well, they are very much running that way, all of them. But if we go this way, we might be able to pull one or... I don't know. He's slower. You know what? Just run. All right, approaching LZ, landing 5 seconds away. Glad to join the fight, Commander. All right, so we're going to have, at the end of this turn, we'll have more people come in. So I'm going to start with you. We're going to move probably all the way up to here. And at some point... Ooh, I'm not going to have a good shot, am I? I'll wait. You are also going to move. So, I don't... Oh, this is their guys coming in. Okay. All right, let me go back to my guy. I'm going to get rid of this then. And right here, we're going to take a shot. Now you here unit damage 338 of 286. I'm going to shoot at each of them and then we'll see what happens. And then I'll start moving there. I guess we're not. All right, let's try that. All right, you're gonna come over there and take shots that way. He's crashing. He's jumping in. He's done. You take a shot at him from the back. Didn't do too much to him though. All right, he took a little bit. You're destroyed. You're destroyed. You are going to move back this way then. And then take the shot. No. I'm just going to go to there. And you, where am I going to move you? How about to here? As soon as you come around, and can we get another one? There-ish. We took a little bit of damage. Oh, he's taking another shot from there. He must have something really long range. Marksman rifle. Yeah, sure enough. All right, so you're just going to walk up to here and shoot him again. Well, hold on. I guess we'll just keep following him. Right? Bam. Now you... All right, first we're going to... Oh, I don't have a shield, do I? So he's going to want to shoot us initially. Oops, I hit a button with my mouse. Hold on, let me get rid of that. Then... Okay. Oh, we took some big hits there. Oh, he's gone. That's his escape pod ejected. All right, well, it would have been nice to have kept more of the mech, but that's fine. Victory is ours. One block demolished. Few scratches, survived the mission. He is fine. So that's pilot one. So then we go continue, and that is also, he's the only one that took some damage. We see he's still at 93% though. Survived the mission unscathed. That's not what we want. We want our protector to be the one taking the hits, huh? All right, we got some camp supplies. We got legs. 2 sets of legs. Cluster MLS, so missile of some sort and a better shield, and apparently a resource of some sort. Okay. Now we just have the one mech. You know what? We'll just go ahead and take all of we can't quite take all of it. I don't need 2 arms. We'll go there. One of your pilot leaps down from their mech, raising cheers from the rest of the crew. Everyone's in high spirits. We can see they need to rest. The med bay and the repair systems are finally up and running. It's time for a short stop. Taking care of your squad is key responsibilities, Commander. With the mobile base supplies at your disposal, you can attend to injuries, let your pilots rest, and repair the mechs. The overview corner gives you an at-glance summary of units and pilots at your disposal, along with important something. I didn't read fast enough before I personally clicked off of it. This section displays the mechs at your disposal and the total number of mechs your base can accommodate. The integrity of each mech is displayed at the bottom. You can hover over each unit to check their average level, weapon loadout, and warnings, and more. Section displays your pilots at your disposal, overall space available for them. The health of each pilot is displayed at the bottom. How you can hover over each pilot, check their level, experience status, and more. With your pilots exhausted, your mech's damage, it's prudent to set up camp and attend to your squad. Click the camp button below to proceed. So we've got 2 fatigue and bruised. He took a little scuffing in there somewhere. All right. Mechs are fine though. All right, but we did get those camp supplies, so we'll use them. They're new for me, so I don't know if they're new for 2.0 or just new since last time I played. The supplies to set up camp. A limited number of mechs and pilots can be attended to in one stop. Carefully preview which ones should. Okay. There we go. Yep. So 6 minutes. Well, however long it takes. I guess in the meantime, things could be moving around that we can't see, right? So that's the important thing. It's time is ticking for everything else around us as well. So we'll have to be careful of that when we camp. All right, the fog burns away as well. There we go. Health plus 25%. Frame integrity. Nice. All right. So, next waypoint. Sabotage the enemy military base. Focus on damaging structures. Tank ambush. Using armored carrier. Cargo carriers ambush the convoy and stop these tanks. Okay. Well, I think we're going to leave this one for right here. We'll be back in a few minutes. I might set up the mechs a little bit differently. But we'll be back as we ride in for these two. So thanks for watching, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. Back with some more tomorrow. See you then. Cheers.